Give me my gun!
Five, four, three, two, one.
Directors Jonathan and Josh Baker bring their short film to the big screen in Kin, which follows 14-year-old Elijah Solidsky, which is played by newcomer Miles Truitt, as he finds a strange advanced gun, all while his brother, played by Jack Rayner, gets out of prison and later forced to go on the run from crime boss Taylor Ballock, played by badass James Franco. And this movie... It sucked. It sucked. It sucked. It sucked.
I just don't know how to feel about it still.
No, this movie sucked. This movie, it
I
definitely...
wouldn't say it sucked. I didn't think it sucked.
No,
it wasn't
it
great.
definitely shows it's a short film.
Yeah, you can feel how much they had to stretch and add into that to make it a feature-length film, and I don't think it worked.
Nope. And there are two executive producers from Stranger Things that are involved in this movie, and it just didn't show. I was expecting a Stranger Things kind of vibe to it and stuff, and all we got was that one scene where he's just holding the gun, and maybe the pink and blue background that we got, the strip club that they're at, and that's it. That's all we got as far as color and things like that go. We like this right here, this poster. You know, we don't get that color within the movie. I don't believe.
You get a few bursts here and there, but then that's it. And
literally, like that's what the gun does. Once he finds this gun, first of all, like the way he's messing with it in the bathroom and stuff like that. And
I thought he was gonna shoot his foot or his face off.
He finds this gun, and then like it looks like he's just like checking it out and stuff like that, and then he's gonna blow his head off or something. He's gonna blow his house up or something. He's checking out in his house in the bathroom, and I'm like, that's not very smart, aren't you? Isn't the message for these kind of movies supposed to be like, kids aren't supposed to go near guns, be safe around guns, get away from guns, things like that.
Encourages
no, because like this movie's gonna be pushed more towards kids. It's a PG-13 rated movie. It's gonna be more pushed towards kids, so I don't understand why they were having him play around with the gun. But I mean, that's I think that's a nitpick and stuff, because obviously he just found a cool gun. He's gonna want to experiment with it a little bit.
Yeah.
Dennis Quaid is in this movie too.
Oh, Dennis Quaid is my old man crush.
Yeah, but I just feel like if this is his return, because I mean I haven't seen him in anything in a while, and if this is like it's supposed to be like one of his movies that he wants to come back. You said it too. I think he just sounds like he had a stroke or something, because he go out the road, he just kind of talks like this, like he's got like two cotton balls in his mouth or something right here on both cheeks. If he wanted to come off as intimidating in some scenes, it didn't work.
It's about family. It's about belonging.
I thought Dennis Quaid was going to have a bigger role in this movie, and he ended up just being a cameo, really, and I was very disappointed with that.
First third of the movie, the acting was good. And then after that, everything just
I didn't even see really good acting. I mean, I'm sorry. I mean, I didn't see a lot of good acting.
The little boy was really good.
He's the only good actor in this entire movie. Cause
Dennis Quaid was good, other than his stroke voice.
James Franco just wants to sound like a badass gangster.
All I could see was Spring Breakers. When every time I looked at him, I'm just like, all I see is that stupid Spring Breakers movie.
No.
And I hated him in that.
I haven't watched Spring Breakers myself. I've just seen bits and pieces of it.
Don't watch it.
There's a stripper played by Zoe Kravitz. And her character is pointless. She has no need to be in this movie whatsoever. And I was like, okay. And then they took her along on the journey, and I was even more like, okay.
It's not like she was really a love interest either.
No, but yeah, I thought like when they saw each other, Jack Rayner and her saw each other at the strip club, I thought, okay, maybe they have some sort of connection, from back in the day. Nope, nothing. They just, she was just there and whatever.
He just liked her.
Come along for a ride and stuff. It's stupid. It's stupid as hell. And this guy, Miles Truitt, the guy who played Elijah, he is a good actor. I thought he was fine. And this is his first movie, and it's a shame that this is your first movie, pal. I'm really sorry. Ask the executive producers that were in this movie to put you in Stranger Things or something, because you have potential there. I'm sorry. I know they already have a token character on that show, but I don't care. because you were great in this movie and you gave me that Stranger Things vibe for a couple seconds, the seconds that you had the gun or whatever, but other than that,
I wanted more gun stuff, yeah. There wasn't enough of that sci-fi element that was drawing me into the movie.
Right, and there are movies where you're like, okay, I can dig the story, but then this movie comes along and I'm like, well, I need more action. You're not giving me enough. You're giving me all these dumb decisions that are made by these characters that aren't leading to anything. It's only making things worse and worse and worse. So it fails heavily. Like
the bits of action that we did get were really cool, but it only lasted for a few seconds.
What did you think of the overall journey with the brother, Mr. Jack Rayner from Transformers 4?
There were so many choices he could have been making that would have made logical sense, but every choice that the brother made was just stupid. It was just like, what are you doing? You know this is going to come back and bite you in the ass.
Well, I just don't understand. Like, you literally go from one... Like, I was sitting there going, literally, why is this happening? Like, this doesn't need to be happening. He does, throughout the movie, there were moments where, he wanted to be the big brother for him. He wanted to be supportive. He was teaching him how to do donuts in the parking lot and stuff. And I was like, okay.
I feel like that's what was added into the short story.
Well, they were dumb setups to use the gun, and then even those setups didn't lead to anything. Once the gun was even there, it's like, okay, fine. And the gun itself was very disappointing, too, because it didn't do anything. Like, it looked like it had different modes and different things it could do, and then once it fired, it just did the same thing every time.
Yeah. Well, you only used 2 modes. You never used the electric, shocking mode.
Yeah, there was an electric little, shock ball thing.
You used the first and the third, and the third one was basically the first one.
It never happened. Yeah, they never used the blast and stuff like that, and that was very disappointing with the gun. So I don't think they were trying to go for an R rating or anything like that. I think they were just trying to go for something that we can all kind of get into. But yeah, it ended up turning into a YA novel in a way.
Yeah.
It ended up being kind of like a young adult book series and then they do set it up for a sequel, so they kind of do want to go in that route, and that's what's like, okay, you guys, I don't know. Your short film, we haven't watched the short film Bagman, so I mean that'd be kind of interesting to see what their original vision was for this, because it is the same directors, so I mean this is where they wanted to go with it.
Yeah, I can't with it. I don't know how to feel about this movie, because there's so much potential in it, and there were so many missed opportunities, but there were
it's a missed opportunity.
Yeah.
The end, how everything comes together. James Franco and the aliens, everything just kind of coming together. It all felt very... a lot of plot points were taken from Terminator movies.
Yes.
From first 1 and 2 Terminator movies. James Franco breaks into a police station to get this man.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. It's dumb, and a lot of elements were... Even an arcade game was used. The Terminator 2 Judgment Day arcade game was used in there, and I was like, really? I can see the directors wanting to expand on their Bagman short film and stuff like that, and then wanting to go, what's next? More, but no, they just expanded to a way where it's like, really? Come on, man. We've seen this before and done way better. So, yeah, this movie is very disappointing. I'm going to have to give it a 2 out of 5. It's bad. I mean, again, another score recommendation. Elijah's theme, the score of the movie, has a song called Elijah's Theme, and that theme is pretty good. It's actually got a pretty good piano piece in there. That's it. That's all I can recommend for it.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a 2.5 out of 5. I was gonna give it a 3, but the more I think about it, the more I'm disappointed in it. I just feel like they missed so many opportunities with this, and it could have been something that was really, really good. It's kind of the way I feel about the movie Bright on Netflix. If this would have been on Netflix, it would have been way better. But in theaters, it just didn't work. But the only reason I'm giving it a little higher than you is because some of the visuals were nice. For me, that's important. I liked some of the cinematography. Some of these special effects were nice. But again, they only lasted a few seconds. So it can't make my score any higher than that.
Came and went.
Yep.
Just. And James Franco, I mean, just please, Hollywood, just stop trying to make him some sort of gangster or some sort of drug lord or whatever. I mean, Pineapple Express, that was funny. The forgettable movie that came out not too long ago, Future World. I mean,
I didn't know about that one.
Come on, it's some Mad Max ripoff shit. And then this is just him trying to play off Spring Breakers, because I've seen the stuff yeah, look at my shit.
Look at my shit. Look at all my shit. This is it, yo. This is it.
No. Stop with James Franco. He's done 11/22/63, a great Hulu series recommended. 11/22/63, a Stephen King novel that was turned into a Hulu series. Fantastic. Reach for that. Go seek that out. Because James Franco is magnificent in that. They took all the best elements of James Franco and added them into the show. Great. I'm sorry I'm ranting about that show, but that is a hell of a lot. That's a better James Franco performance than what we got here.
Oh yeah, he's absolutely amazing in that one.
I don't understand, but yeah, I'm done talking about this movie. Ken, I'm really sorry. Watch Stranger Things season 3. I hope the producers do a better job with that. This was just like, let's just make this kid's demo reel look really good. And that's it. That's the entire purpose of this movie. Fuck it. I'm done. I'm sorry. Please subscribe to all our platforms. We're on Facebook. We're on Twitter. We're on YouTube, obviously. Yep. Please keep watching movies, but not this one.
Not this one.
Not this one. No.